is a good starting place. So now, here's the addition rule. Formal addition rules. I gave you the notes, so feel free to write on them, embellish them, whatever you need to do. Yay. Two events, A and B, are mutually exclusive if, and only if, A and B cannot occur at the same time. Picking a red card and picking a black card cannot occur at the same time. Picking a red card and picking a queen, can they occur at the same time? Yeah, I can pick a red queen, right?
Yes.
So those are not mutually exclusive. Anything happening that are two different things, rolling a dice, getting a head, spinning a spinner, getting an egg, mutually exclusive. Nope, nothing in common. So we have to decide if these are mutually exclusive. Event A says rolling a 3 on a die. Event B says rolling a 4 on a die. Can I get a 3 and a 4 at the same time? No. So if they don't exist at the same time, these are mutually exclusive. Okay. Randomly selecting a male student, randomly selecting a nursing major. Is there any overlap? Does one of these happen at the same time?
Yes.
Yes. Therefore, these are not mutually exclusive. What happens is, I can pick a male student. That male student can also be a nursing student. So they can happen at the same time. My Venn diagram for this would look like this. Here's my males. Here's my nursing students. There's my overlap. That makes me not mutually exclusive. I can have a student who is a nursing major and a male at the same time. So those we have to watch for. Most of the time, you're going to use your common sense to think if they're mutually exclusive. You're just going to kind of have to reason it out. Event A, randomly selecting a blood donor with type O blood. Event B, randomly selecting a female blood donor. Are they mutually exclusive?
No.
No, they can happen at the same time. My type O can be a male or a female. Okay? Again, your Venn diagram would look like this. Here's my females. Here's my O types. And look, that's my females that have O types.
This is random, but I have an O positive blood type.
You're very common. I think you're the most common
Aaron
blood type.
pretty much told you a basic.
No, I think when you give blood, you're either the universal donor or the universal recipient. I forget which it is.
Live receiver.
Universal recipient?
AB is universal.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Well,
It's the I think O can give to anybody.
Yeah, I can save your life.
So O is a universal. It's a universal something. Where's my biology? Where's my biology majors out here?
I'm majoring in anatomy.
Okay. So you guys think about these two, these three. Okay. Read these silently and think about these for a minute, and then we'll go over it. I need you to read them and think about them.
What do you mean a face card?
A face card is like a queen, a jack, a king.
Oh, they have faces.
They're faces.
That's self-explanatory. Thank you so much. Alright, so I played Uno.
Guys, can we stick to this? Come on.
Tell me my grade. Just be functional.
It was probably like your old score.
All right, so Joe, how about the first one for us?
It's
You want to read it? Read it and tell us what you think.
Event A, randomly select a jack from a standard deck of cards. Event B, randomly select a face card from a standard deck of cards. It is not mutually.
Not. Why?
Because you can select a jack that's a face card.
Good. Because you can select a jack that's a face card.
Can I do number two?
Gigi, number 2.
Okay.
Gigi's in conversational mode anyway, so we're going to have her direct her conversation.
It's mutual.
Okay, read it for us.
Event A, randomly selected 20-year-old student. Event B, randomly selected student with blue eyes. It's mutual exclusive because they don't really have anything to do with each other.
Oh, can I find a 20-year-old student that has blue eyes?
Yes.
You can,
So then they're not mutually exclusive.
but they don't really have much.
You're right,
like,
they don't have anything to
blue
do
eyes
with
are
it.
the most common eyes, though.
You're right. They don't in our sense of being. They don't have anything to do with each other. But what you say is, can I find a 20-year-old student that has blue eyes? If I can, then they overlap. So my Venn diagram will look. Think of Venn diagrams. I'm such a math person. I'm always thinking Venn. This is 20. This is blue. Can they overlap? If you can see the overlap in it, they are not mutually exclusive.
Can I do 3?
No.
3. Go ahead, Darian.
Yay! Randomly select a vehicle as a Ford American. Randomly select a vehicle that's Toyota, that's Japanese. So they're not mutually exclusive. They are mutually exclusive.
They are mutually
If they
exclusive.
don't have the Venn diagram.
Right. They would totally be, either it is a Ford or either it is a Toyota. These guys are mutually exclusive. This one not mutually exclusive. This one not mutually exclusive.
I like
That's
Toyota.
what's going to help us in your addition rule. Remember that. Okay. So now, the addition rule. Okay. So let's get back to the addition rule. The probability that events A or B will occur, probability of A or B, is given by this statement. The probability that A occurs plus the probability that B occurs minus the probability of A and B. This is any overlap. This is when they are not mutually exclusive. If they are mutually exclusive, ladies, then they have the probability of A plus the probability of B, and they don't have to worry about the minus part. But you have to consider this when they are not mutually exclusive. So if they are mutually exclusive, I just have a straight add, like adding the Fords and the Toyotas. Okay? If I'm looking to add compacts and Toyotas, they're going to not be mutually exclusive because I can have a compact that is a Toyota. So I have to worry about subtracting that out. Okay, now sometimes when your data is a small enough set, you can just work with your data set, like rolling your die. Sometimes you can just lay out the die. It's a little bit easier to look at. Selecting a card is a little bit harder. But when you start with this one, you select a card from a standard deck, one card. Find the probability that it is a 4 or an ace. So start like this. Probability of 4, probability of ace. How many 4s in your deck?
4.
4.
That's ironic. 4.
4 out of 52. How many aces in your deck?
4.
4 out of 52. Are there any 4s that are also aces?
Nope.
No. So these guys are mutually exclusive. So you're adding these two.
Yeah,
So we get,
Mutually exclusive, then you don't have to do the minus.
there's nothing where they overlap. So we look at both individually, and then we ask ourselves, can this one also be this? Easiest way to determine it. The probability of rolling a die less than 3 or odd number. Now, probability that it is less than 3. How many numbers are less than 3 on your die?
2.
2.
And 1.
Okay, and the probability that it will be odd?
3.
1.
3 out of 6. Is there an overlap?
Like
Did I find one that's less than 3 and also odd? How many?
1.
1. So now when I add these, I have to subtract out the 1, making it 5 over 6.
Oh, that's what we get out here when you check.
4 over 6. Thank you. Making it 4 over 6. The easier way to do this is this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find the numbers that are less than 1. Go like this. find the numbers that are odd. Just add them once. 1, 2, 3, 4. See it? This is a small data set. This is more doable than this. So I would do this instead. I've got 2 numbers less than 3. I've got 3 numbers that are odd. I counted this number twice. So I'm only going to count it once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 6. And didn't we get 4 out of 6? After Anthony corrected me, yes?
Would either one of those
Thank
be
you.
acceptable, like showing work?
Absolutely. If it's a small data set, I would do this because when you do a less than, an odd, a greater than, it's confusing. Then you have to stop and think, okay, how many numbers were less than 3? How many numbers were greater than that? So I think this is far easier when you're using a dot. If you're using a deck of cards, lay it out like this first and then look at it and say, can I have an ace that's a 4? No, those are mutually exclusive. Okay? So let's have you try a couple of these.
I think I can tackle that problem before you like me to.
Okay, Darian, come up and do that one for us
I'm gonna tackle this problem.
Don't wrinkle your jacket.
with this fly look today.
Thank you. Don't
All right.
press the bottom button.
The die is rolled. Find the probability of rolling a 6 or an odd number. So I'm gonna do what Mrs. Moore did.
Good.
Got the 6. Odd number would be 1, 3, 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are they mutually exclusive?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Oh.
Yes. And we can see it by his check marks that they are mutually exclusive.
Thank you, buddy.
Good. Thank you. Would anybody like to come up and do the next one?
Not
Wait,
me.
could we play popcorn? Can I tag somebody to come up here and do a problem?
No. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'll tag somebody. Gunnar, how about the second one?
Yeah, go down, leave me, buddy. I was gonna tag him anyway.
You're going to tag Gunnar? Okay.
Alright, what am I doing?
Number 2.
Cards like the standard deck.
Find the probability that the card is a face card or a heart. So break it down. Do the face card, do the heart, and then
So,
think.
face card. Yeah.
Okay? How'd you get to 12?
4 queens, 4 kings, and 4 jacks.
Good. Each student has 3 face cards, or like Gunnar said, 4 of each.
13 out of 52.
Good. So now,
Do I subtract those?
well, ask yourself, are any of these face cards hearts?
Yeah.
How many of them?
4.
3
Yeah.
of them. So what are you going to do to the 3 that
So
you
you
counted?
add these 2 and subtract the 3.
And
right?
subtract the 3.
Yo, Gunner,
Good.
you're a genius.
So now, what Gunnar did was he looked at, oh, so I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wait, 2 out of 52?
So add these together. 25 minus 3.
I like
Good.
your handwriting, Gunner.
Thank you.
Hey,
Okay,
trying.
so guys, look what Gunnar did. He said, find the probability that it is a face card, 12.
Hey, pencils.
Find the probability that it is a heart, there are 13. So he asked himself, are there any face cards that are hearts? And he said, yes, 3 of them, a jack, a queen, and a king. So he subtracted out the overlap. Thank you, Gunnar.
Good. Hey, Gunner, you're my hero.
Take that.
All right, guys.
Oh.